Hi you guys, it's me. Sorry I haven't made any videos. It's been quite a long 3 weeks, 4 weeks. What is today? Today is look, I haven't even changed my calendar. Today is the 10th of June. So it's been almost a month since my mom passed away. And I'm starting to feel a bit normal. I'm going to flip this because I don't want to keep looking at the viewfinder. I want to look at the camera, so let me flip that. It's been a long journey, and I'm still going through that journey. And it's a depressing thing that I don't really want to have on my channel, but I think it's important to share. So I am going to share a bit with you, just because hopefully it will help other people get through it as well. Not only is it a loss in my life, but there's been other things that have happened because of that loss. And I'm not really going to get into the other things, but it has to do with other family members and just other things that have been stirred back up because of past relationships within my family that have resurfaced. So it's kind of like ripping the Band-Aid off and then re-healing some old wounds. And I don't want to just put a Band-Aid over those wounds. I really want to just heal those wounds with as little scarring as possible, so that every time it resurfaces, I don't have to put a new Band-Aid on. The scar can be as well healed as it can be. So the reason why I want to share that is because I'm a Christian, and without my faith, in the past, I haven't always had faith in Jesus and walked with him and relied so heavily on him that I think that's why in the past I've just been able to cover those wounds with Band-Aids. And this time, since I walk with Jesus, I feel like I really can heal those wounds into fine scars. They'll never completely heal. There's always going to be some evidence that those wounds were there, but I can heal them well enough to where they're not going to reopen, if that makes sense. And I want to share that with people so that hopefully, if they aren't born again, they can be encouraged that maybe that's something that they can do with their lives. Because there is healing power when you have him in your life and you walk with him. I don't think I would have gotten through this one. And I've told my husband I don't think I would have gotten through this one had I not had him in my life. There's been other times that I almost didn't make it. Meaning I probably would have, and I have attempted to take my own life in the past. And had I not had him through this experience and this time in my life, I'm pretty sure that I probably would not have made it. So through the grace of God, thank you, Lord, I am feeling renewed. I'm feeling hope. My faith has made it possible for me to be here and feel the life being restored within me. And of course it's a journey that's going to continue, but as you can see, I feel strong, I feel hopeful, I can feel him working within me. And as odd as it may seem, I am grateful for this experience because it proves to me that there is strength in the Lord. It's incredible, the strength that the strength and power and the work that he has done within me in these last few weeks. It is incredible. Just within the last week, the strength that I have gained from spending time with him is just absolutely incredible. From where I was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, it's been close to, I would say, an 80-degree turn within me. I was in despair. A week, I would say 2 weeks ago, I was in total despair after some of the events that took place. I was in despair. I felt totally abandoned by my mother. And I'm not going to get into it unless you want me to. But as of now, I'm not going to get into it because I don't want this to be any more depressing than my last videos have already been. I want this to be hopeful. But it was bad. I was really, really not feeling good about myself. I felt like I was garbage being left out on the curb. And from 2 weeks ago until now, I have turned things around just from spending time with the Lord, doing some heavy, heavy soul searching, and relying less on man and 100% on the Lord. Of course, I rely on my husband. Without him and my granddaughters, and 100% the Lord, I would not be where I am today. But what I wanted to show you guys is, through all of this, I totally lost my creative edge. And as a lot of you know, as creators, artists, crafters, we get into that bind where we just don't have that creative edge. Sometimes we just lose that. And I was starting to feel really claustrophobic up where my craft room is. I share it with the girls with our homeschool room. And I was just really starting to feel claustrophobic in here. The space was just starting to close in on me. And the girls basically have their playroom was downstairs where the structure of our home, it was meant to be our dining room, which we don't need a dining room because it's just us and we don't host any big family events or anything. So when you first walk into our house, that was the dining room area of our house, and they use that as their playroom. And so the first thing that you saw when you walked in was their playroom. Well, you know how difficult it is for a child to keep their playroom clean. So it was just a constant battle with them to keep that area clean. And so I just said, enough, I'm not going to have this struggle with them anymore. So we're going to move the classroom/craft room downstairs into that area and eventually have their playroom upstairs in the loft area so that it's not a constant eyesore for them, for me. And it's not an eyesore for them. They could care less. So this is the current situation. I'm in the process of switching the craft room/classroom downstairs and moving their toys upstairs to the loft area. So this is a mess and it's unsightly and I'm sorry, but in order for me to continue doing craft stuff and continue having a creative outlook or feeling like I can craft, because right now I don't. I have no desire whatsoever to craft anymore, and I don't want to lose that because it keeps me sane and I love doing it. So I'm going to pan around and show you what is currently going on up here in the craft room/classroom. There's Brooke. She needs to comb her hair. But this is what currently, I've started to break it down. I have taken some stuff downstairs. But this is the current situation. So I've started to take everything off of my desk. This was on my desk, so I'm going to start boxing. I've got boxes here. I have taken some stuff down, but see, I was just starting to feel really closed in. So this room, this is a loft, and it's not very big.
Mama, wait.
So if you can see, and there's a tour of this room, all completed and cleaned up if you want to look at it on my channel. So it's a mess right now because I'm packing it up. Okay, so this is a loft. So if you look down, this was their playroom. And I've already packed up all the toys. I was going to give the piano away, but I just can't part with it. I got it for free off of Craigslist. And we took pictures of it and everything. And I just loved the piano. So we've decided to go ahead and keep it. None of us play the piano, but we are going to keep it. That stuff right there is what I got from my mom's. Most of it. Some of the stuff was stuff that I had given her that I got back, but that's basically what I have left of my mother in those totes. So most of it is stuff that I'll be able to use in my crafting. So anyways, my wonderful husband got me the paint because initially when he got me this desk for this area, my intention was to paint it white. And so I am going to paint this, and we went and picked out the paint. I'm going to use the Amy Howard chalk paint to paint this desk. And we did go to Ace Hardware and got the paint to paint this. And I decided to go ahead and get a light gray. I decided I didn't want to go white. And I'm also going to do my sewing table that I got for free out of somebody's garbage. I'm going to do this in the light gray as well. So there'll be some symmetry. But when I got this desk, it fit perfectly for this area, which it will still work fine downstairs. But I am going to paint it and then put a liming wax over the top of it so it will look kind of antique. This table is going downstairs as well, and as you can see, it's kind of a cream colored, and it's kind of antiqued, and it's a cream colored, but I think that the gray will look good with this. And then this furniture, eventually I will probably get rid of the pink and that piece and paint it gray. So we'll see. Once I get it down there, I'll be able to figure it all out. But first off, the sewing table and the desk are going to get painted gray just to kind of make it all more cohesive. Okay, so that is what I'm working on. I'm going to take you downstairs, so I'm going to shut this off and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are downstairs now. The loft is up there. Okay, and we are now downstairs to what used to be the playroom. That's our front door. So these shelves I got for free off of Craigslist in that toy box. And I had painted them for the girls in a light pink. But I am going to paint them in the gray chalk paint as well. Scott just wanted to throw them away, but you know us crafters, we can't throw away shelves because they are pretty beat down, but they're still very usable, and I think that they'll look nice once we get them painted. So I am going to paint them. I don't know about the toy box. It is pretty beat up, and there's the girls are really hard on furniture. But they're nice shelves, and I'll be able to store things. The things with having all of the cabinets that I have upstairs that I have my craft stuff in is they're away in cabinets and I can't really see what I have. I'm sure you all understand what that's like. So I'm hoping that I won't have to use all of the cabinets, that I'll be able to put a lot of my stuff on the shelves, and then that way it will be out in the open and I'll be able to see actually what I have, which is helpful when you're a crafter, you know, when you're sitting there trying to figure out what you want to use, and it'll be open. So those little angels I got for my mom, I didn't have a chance to give them to her before she passed, so I'm going to keep those out. The piano, we're having a guy come next Thursday to clean the carpets. Obviously they need it, right? The girl spilled some fingernail polish here. And then she's got some like watercolor paint. I think he spilled some apple juice or something there. So we're having the carpets cleaned, so I really can't do a whole lot until the, this is my mom's blanket and robe that I took that I need to wash. But this was her robe, and I plan on making some teddy bears or something out of a robe at some point. I don't have the heart to cut it up now, but this was my mom's robe. It has her name on it with me. So, and then this is what I got from her house. So if you guys want to see any of this stuff, I did, it was a really bad situation, so, and they had already removed everything that I had expressed an interest in, that I had expressed. My mom crafted, and she made jewelry, and so I had expressed that I wanted her crafting supplies. Well, of course, they removed that out of the house before I could get over there, because they didn't want me to take it. So when I went over there, my brother that I get along with was there, and they pretty much let me take whatever I wanted to take. So I went, and this was really cool that they had left this here. It's an old, just some old books and stuff, but what I found on a shelf in her storage closet was this Georgia O'Keeffe book. And it just has, it's a catalog of her artwork. Right, and it's probably not of that much interest to anybody that's not into art, but to me, this was just a great find, right? So it's a catalog of all of Georgia O'Keeffe's artwork, of all of her watercolors. So of course I snatched it up. Okay, so I got that. And then there's a couple of other books. Images of Yesterday by Art Gore. Yeah, and I don't know where this came from, but this looks old. You could order his prints off of this from Morrison, Colorado, which I don't know where she would have gotten this from. Very interesting, right? This isn't his. This is by another artist. And I didn't really know my mom to be a collector of this stuff. My grandmother was an oil painter, and I'm suspecting that these books came from my grandmother, and my mom kept these from when my grandmother died. So I don't know what I'll do with these. I thought that some of these would be really interesting to, you know, frame. They would be really cool to collage with and stuff, but I don't know that I would have the heart to cut them out. Initially, when I saw them, I thought, oh, these would be really cool to collage with, but I don't know that I would have the heart to cut them up. What else? So there were some loose kind of art pieces that were mounted. I think this one. This looks like it's out of a book. Sorry, my finger's in the way there. These aren't originals. They're photographs or replications. But nonetheless, they're interesting. Here's some backer boards. So I'm not sure. Here's the canvas. It's like a reprint, but it's definitely on canvas. So it's interesting. I just never knew my mom to be interested in stuff like this. Oh, here's an Art Gore, that one that you could order his stuff from. So this is a reprint. And it seems as though, oh, I'm not sure. Anyways, this is signed by him, so I'm not sure if my grandma had gotten this or my mom. I'm not sure. So, but anyways. So yeah, so I took that. I found these old books too that they had in the garage sale pile. So, but yeah, if you guys want to see any of that stuff, I got some old photos of family members in there. But when we were out and about yesterday, so this is my chalk paint. I did go to Hobby Lobby and I got a couple things if you guys would like me to do. You know what, I'll just do a haul and I'll put it on another video. I got a bunch of paint chips from Ace when I was there. Oh, and another really cool thing that we did is we went to the Creative Reuse. And I got everything in this bag for $10. So I'll do another video on the Creative Reuse and what we got. Okay, so I am going to say goodbye for this video. This was just a, hey guys, I'm doing good and I'm coming back and I'm gonna have a beautiful new craft room / classroom. So the craft room part will be over here where the piano is, in this bigger area, like from where the windows are over to the door. So I'll have that whole area as my craft room. Table will go underneath the light where it's supposed to be, and then this will be the classroom area over here. Not sure what we're going to do with the piano yet. We may put it over here where these shelves are, because I don't have the heart, like I said, to get rid of it. So yeah, this whole area is going to be redone. It's bright down here because we have these big windows here, so this is all going to be craft. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to get it done. I've been watching some videos. Kelly Donovan. I'll put a list of all of the people that have inspired me over the last week. Stacy from Pink Poodle Crafts. Who else have I been watching? A couple of new people that I found that I stayed up last night and watched a bunch of their videos. Just a bunch of creative people that I've been watching that really, really have inspired me to get going on their, I've been watching their channels and they're just so creative. I wish I had a list. I'm so bad with names, my memory, bad memory. So I just want to thank you all for watching this video, sticking by me. I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And most of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for getting me through this. And the girls want to say hello.
Hi.
Can you say hi?
Hi.
Can you look at the camera and say hi?
Hi.
Brooke got that book from the Creative Reuse. We'll show you that in our next video. So bye guys, God bless. Okay you guys, I wanted to give shout outs to all of the people that I've been watching on YouTube and give them a shout out for their inspiration. The first one, of course, I always watch every video that she makes, and she makes me want to sew buttons on Jello, and that is Stacy Adams, also known as Pink Poodle Crafts. Cindy Uter always gives me great inspiration. She does so many cool things, and I love her art. Nicoletta Zanella, I just recently, hi Kane, what are you doing, buddy? This is Kane. Did you want to say hi? Huh? He says, no, I want to take a nap. We're not going to sleep. What do you want? He says, hug me. Snuggles. You want snuggles? We're not going to snuggle. Oh, you're so sweet. If I don't snuggle him, he'll give me a bite. What do you want, buddy? Who else? Oh, Nicoletta Zanella. I just recently found her, and she just does some really cool mixed media artwork, and she's really inspired me. Tiffany Zolario. She does some awesome stuff. Eileen McInnes, she does some really cool mixed media artwork, and she paints just some really cool faces and does some really cool stuff on canvas. I just recently found her too, and I was up last night watching some of her very cool videos, so I want to thank Eileen. Of course, Barb Owens, we all know Barb, and she just is such an inspiration. I want to be more like Barb. Lee from Victorian Dreams by Lee. She does some very cool things, and I recently found her channel, and I've been watching some of her older videos, so thank you, Lee. I will put links to all of their channels down below, and please give them a look. They are all very sweet ladies and very, 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 very creative and gifted artists, so I guess he found his spot right there. Here's Brian. Here's Hey. Kisses. Kisses and a rub. Oh, they appreciate that. Such a sweet boy. Okay, so I will let you guys all go, and we are going to make a video for our finds at the Creative Reuse. So, bye. I'll let you guys go this time, I promise. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Talk to you later.